Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and now I'm seeing this all over your news, and they're talking about the shock and the outrage and, the grief and everything. And I have to say it. I have to say it. You guys really don't care. You guys are just pretending. You guys are the biggest hypocrites on the earth. No place on the earth have hypocrites been more concentrated. You guys don't care, okay? When people who kill and who rob and who maim and who create fake currency, counterfeit and all that and more, you embrace them, you marry them, you lay down with them, you have kids with them, you promote them to government, you call them honorable. You guys really don't care. When Mia Mottley got up there and talked about violence, did anyone, just ask, you don't have to put your hands up, put your hands down. I'm not asking you to put your hands up, but did anyone in Barbados remember that Mia Mottley has a violent aspect to who she is as a personality? Did you forget about that? Or you just don't care to remember? You just don't care to remember, okay? You just don't, just admit it, man. Come out and admit your shit, okay? Admit it to yourselves, okay? You don't care. You don't care if someone is handing you some money, if someone is going to fix the road, if someone is going to put you in a house, whatever. You really don't care. The people that are talking about how shocked they are and it has to stop, they may be the ones who are all bosom buddies with the gunmen, with the gang members. Did you forget about that? Did you forget about that major Deacon's drug dealer, the head there, the good-looking one? He's kind of good-looking. So did you remember one time he was having a hiccup because he was having a breakfast something, and he pulled out his phone and called Mia Mottley? Did you forget about that? Did you forget about that? So when something happens, even when experts are executing missions, things can go wrong. You can breathe too hard. You could, have a little heartbeat that is a little off. Any little twitch can make a bullet go where it's not supposed to go. It can hit against something and hit someone else. Once you have these people driving around, moving around in Barbados, moving their drugs, moving people, trafficking in people, kids going missing and with older men. Once all of that is happening and you don't have a clue, they're not telling you anything. All they'll say is, oh, the 13-year-old was traced. Who was she with? Who was she? You protect your offenders, okay? And then when they come out and you know them now, you recognize them, so they have to act differently. They have to behave a little bit differently because they're saying, okay, I'm known. The news is out. Everything is out. Everything about me is out there. So I'm going to have to pivot. This is what the criminal is saying. And then you're talking about change. You could look at a criminal that moved from doing that one sort of criminality, and then usually they will go into a charity, usually, because they're not going to work a regular job. They're not going to work a regular job. It's not in them. They want free money, as easy as that money can be. That's what they want, and they would prey on tourists or women with money. They don't want no young girls. People like that really don't want a young girl. They want women that are older, that have some money. These women will have some money. You don't recognize these things? These people that can come out of prison, spending their whole life in prison and get married And then you talk about, oh, the punishment is too soft. Punishment is too soft. When you marry them, when you open up your, and have them in between you, and having kids from them, you're talking about, oh, we gotta make it tougher on the criminals. You love your criminals. You love your criminals. All your criminals have babies. I mean, criminals going in and out of jail, having babies, having women. You love it the way it is. Stop with your bullshit. Stop with this bullshit. You don't care. You just have to pretend. You're taking there was, like I said before, there was a time that you had to pay people to act like you. There was a time you had to pay people to behave like how you behave. It was a job. You took that job away. You're worrying about, oh, AI is coming, it's going to take our job. You are AI. You took so many people's job with the way you behave. Or that mourning, that was an occupation. That was an occupation. You had to hire someone to come to a gravesite to cry and to mourn. It was all pretense. You took that job away from them because you were taking it on. Now you say, okay, they can do that. Well, I can do it too. I don't need to hire someone to come and cry because somebody is dead. You have taken jobs away from people who were employed doing that. You just don't care. You just go along with whatever's happening. You don't care. You don't care. Teens murder sparks call for action against gun violence. And Mia Mottley is in the photo above. Mia Mottley is in the photo above this particular heading. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? You guys don't step back and look at yourself every now and again. Don't you guys self-analyze? Look at yourselves and say, well, how did I get here? Look at where you are. Look at the house you're living in. Are there holes? Are there places that need to be repaired? Could you do with a better bed? How long have you been sleeping on that bed? I mean, aren't there things that need to be done? And then you look at yourself and you say, how the fuck did I get here? That I cannot afford to buy a bed. That I cannot afford to hire a handyman to fix that piece of wood to fix my step. How did I get here? You don't self-analyze. You don't look at yourself and self-analyze. You are not in shock. You see this here? Nation in shock. You're not in shock. A 15-year-old went up. So it's okay when a 15-year-old goes up for killing, but you're going to talk about the shock of a 13-year-old dying? With a 15-year-old with 14 years the other day? That 15-year-old Wayne, you remember Wayne Denny? He was just 14 when he did what he did. And that was not his first rodeo. It's just the first time you're hearing about him. It's not the first time. He was probably hurting cats and pulling tails off of lizards and shooting at birds. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, you start young. Watch your picnics. Watch the picnics. Watch those people. Watch those things that you bring in and see how they interact with things that are smaller than they are when they think that they can pull the tail off. When they think they can kick the cat, kick the dog. Watch them. It's a big sign. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. You guys are not in shock. You're just in hypocrisy. You're just all up in your hypocrisy, and the same way you love being in slavery, you love being a hypocrite. That's all. And I have to say, you sat comfortably. Who would sit and be comfortable being enslaved? Who? How is that even a possibility that it could be said to you? It could be said about you. But you cannot argue against it 300 years plus. Because we're not only talking about the New World. You guys were enslaved all up in Saudi Arabia, all up in those parts. But centuries. For centuries. It's in your bloodline. Even part of your Bible will tell you that's what you are for. That's what you are here for. To be slaves, and you should be kind to your masters. You read that part in your Bible, didn't you? Give your master a full day's work. They're paying you, right? Give them a full day's work. So you're not in shock. You're just in hypocrisy. You're all up on a high horse in hypocrisy riding around. It's a shock. The bullet is not supposed to go where it's not supposed to go. What were they thinking? It was too dark. They should have waited for it to be sunlight so that they could hit the target. That's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? That the gunmen should have waited until daylight so that when they're doing what they're doing, they hit the right target? But you're not talking about, what is happening is kids and young people are going up to the hotel in St. Philip, but you're not seeing your attorney general doing shit. They're buying the guns. When the guns get in Barbados, they're buying the guns. They're getting the guns. But who are the people bringing them in? Who are the top people, the top tier people who are bringing them in? Who? You don't hear anything about that. Your attorney generals, all of them. Mia Mottley was an attorney general once also, right? All of them are jokes. They're getting paid to do nothing. Your government, they're getting paid to do nothing. And they're sucking you dry. They're sucking you dry. And they're living like big fat house. Every time someone becomes a minister, watch, they get 20 pounds. Watch the minister before and watch after. Well, watch the person before and then watch after they become a minister, and you see the stomach, the top part of their stomach is engorged. Food, probably free. You're paying for it. Walking in and pretending that they're somebody. I don't want to pay for that food. Don't want to tip the waitress because they think that they're better than you because you give them your power. You give them your vote. You give them your power. Now you are weak and they are strong. And once you do that, you created a monster. You're creating monsters. Monsters. You're not in shock. You're not in shock. You are in hypocrisy. You are in your hypocrisy. You love criminals. You love a recidivist. You don't understand that because you know who they are, that you are the one that are going to tell them, you need to come better. We know that you have fake money. Don't bring no fake money to me. We know that you like that. We know you like this. We know you grease yourself down, squeeze yourself through it. We know we're winning for you. So you don't realize that because you get the information, you are getting the information. And when you see them coming, they know that you see them coming. They know. They can see it in your face. They know that you smell them a mile away. So they have to pivot. They're still the same criminal. They're still the same recidivist. They're still the same ex-con. You cannot take away killing someone. You cannot take away creating false currency and having people sell you things and you give them fake money, and then when they go to the central bank don't want to take the fake money because they're telling you, well, you should have known it was fake money. The havoc these people cause in society, and then you open up yourself to them and talking about marriage, boyfriend, whatever. You love it. You love it. You love them. You love them. Whoever the person was or the persons are who shot into that area where Jonathan Chase was hit and killed, whoever those persons are, they are loved. They are loved. They are loved. When I put up when the photo of them go up, whoever is related to them are going to call, they're going to, because I put my number with every blog, they're going to contact me and cuss me. It's just the way it is. Cause, you know, and God, and God, Maya, they will call and curse me because they loved one shot and killed a 13-year-old boy. You don't want your criminals being exposed. Hardly do you have their faces in the news. You love it. You want to keep them anonymous so that when they come around you, you're not prepared. You're not aware. You're not warned. You're not forewarned. They don't want you to be forewarned. They don't want you. That's why you can look in the paper, in the court section. They're talking about criminals. They don't see a face. They don't know what they're talking about. Who? Who are they talking about? Ghost. Ghost. You love criminals. You love your criminals. That Danny boy, that Wayne Danny boy, his mother, she was cussing me from the day I was born. And she put me in a grave. That boy's mother was cussing me even before I was born. She was talking about things. Even before I was born, she gave me family that I never knew because her son killed somebody or is accused of killing someone. She doesn't cuss me now because he's up at GIS and the police put their hands on him and he was hiding and trying to get away. And now she's simmered down. I haven't heard from her recently. Call her. I miss you cussing me every day. You kind of miss it. I didn't even block her. I didn't see her today. What happened to her today? She simmered down because her son is up at a facility where they keep their criminals. But she didn't want to deal with it. She'd rather deal with the fact that it is out there. She'd rather deal with the fact that how dare you talk about my son, even though he may have done that. You shouldn't be talking about him. Even though he did this, you shouldn't be talking about him. So what that he did it? It's none of your concern. That's how they think. That's how they think. They want it that you are exposed, that you don't know who it is committing crimes, and when they come out and come around you or your daughter or whatever, have babies or whatever, and your children push out criminal babies and whatever. That's how they like it. That's how you like it. That's how you like it. Name a major criminal in Barbados. Name one. Name a major mover and shaker criminal in Barbados. And I can tell you, they got a woman, they got more than one woman, they have a house full of women, they have women who want them. Name one. Put your fucking hands down. Put your fucking hands down. Name one. Name one. Type it. Type it in the comment section. Name a major criminal. Name one that has been up and gone out, spent most of his life in prison. Name one. Probably married. Married. Women fighting over him. You love your criminals. You cannot name a criminal now in Barbados that doesn't have a family. After he did everything. After they did all. Kill, rob, whatever. Anything you could think about that criminal did. Married. Got a woman. Have babies. Since. I'm talking before. Since. Have babies. You guys need to check on your hypocrisy though. You guys need to check on your hypocrisy and the fact that you're not going to the head of the game. You're not looking to see who are the people responsible for guns being in Barbados. That is the question that you're actually afraid. You're actually afraid. Because what if it's Mia Mottley? I'm not saying it's her. What if Mia Mottley has a hand in bringing in drugs and guns in Barbados? What if the people at the port that you hire and trust, they are in a position of trust. What if those people, they're the top people now? I'm talking about the workers now, the top people. What if they are part and parcel of everything that's going on in Barbados, and your Attorney General knows? Your Attorney General knows, okay? The COP knows, okay? Your chief cop, they know. And what you do is, all you do is, you send the young people up. You send the young people up, you know, casualty of war. You just send them up. Don't get in the paper and talk about shock. You can't be in shock when everything is going as planned. You cannot be in shock when everything is going as planned. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.